Let's go live now to our senior diplomatic correspondent, Nina Larsen. She is on assignment for us in Ankara. Nina, what is the atmosphere like now in the capital city ahead of the commemoration of the one-year uprising?
Well, Jeff, I'd say it's actually quite tense. There was very high security, for example, at the airport when we came in, and you can see there's quite a strong military presence as well around government buildings. This is the government city, of course, so you would expect that. But it's really, there's a real sense that everything is looking towards the weekend, and of course it's on the front of all the newspapers here. And but you saw that huge march there was, the protest march for justice over the weekend. So, you know, things are quite tense. There's certainly a great divide between, for example, the parliament here.
And Nina, speaking of the opposition march that just wrapped up involving hundreds of thousands of people, what has the reaction been from the CHP and other opposition parties on this anniversary?
Well, the CHP seem very disenchanted with the whole thing, to say the least. They haven't been invited, for example, to any of the official events marking July 15th. And they've been very vocal about it. The spokesman for the party spoke to the press and said that he's calling it a civil coup. He said they've been completely ostracised from any of these events, and certainly politically speaking, things are very, very tense indeed. You have to remember that there's still a state of emergency officially in Turkey. Erdogan is saying at the moment this might be lifted in the short term, but I think we'll have to really look towards the weekend and see if there's any more unrest to see if that's actually the case.
As we approach the weekend, Nina, what's the relationship like now currently between the U.S. and Turkey? It was frayed for a long time. There are signs things are warming up.
Well, it seems to be a lessening of tensions, Jeff. The Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, was in Istanbul on Monday for a giant petroleum conference where he received an award. And that's probably an indication of Turkey trying to offer an olive branch. They simply cannot afford that relationship to flounder at all. If you look back in March when President Erdogan was in Washington, that visit was something of a disaster because there was a security incident with his security detail in D.C., and it really didn't go down too well. But it seems that there might be some room for cooperation on Syria. That's certainly the message that Tillerson was trying to get across. I've heard that there might be some kind of deal or discussions, negotiations at the moment concerning some kind of deal in northern Syria between the U.S. and Turkey. Right on the border there. You know, Turkey's involved in those Astana talks. They don't want Russia and Iran to have too much of the pie in Syria. So, again, the dynamic between Turkey and the United States is absolutely critical at the moment. So they're not going to risk that relationship at all. And Turkey's host to in Sirlik Air Base, which is a very important forward operating base for the US-led coalition against ISIS. And already the Germans have been pulling out their troops from that airbase because of some diplomatic disputes. And the Netherlands as well have quite tense relationships with Turkey at the moment. So the US-Turkey alliance is very, very critical and very important to Turkey at the moment.
All right, our senior diplomatic correspondent on assignment for I-24 News in Ankara, reporting live for Daily Dose. Nina, thank you so much for your time. She'll be reporting for I-24 News as we approach this weekend's one-year anniversary of that failed military coup. We'll have live reporting only on I-24 News, both from Ankara and Istanbul, so stay connected with us.